But the problem will be that sorry, yeah, the problem will be that you will be able to sell, but payment may not come immediately. Now, having known that your stock is going to sell, what are you going to do? You're going to order for more stocks. Correct. So your supplier, if he has stocks, will be only too happy to supply them to you. What will happen after he runs out of stocks? That is where the problem is. The problem is not what India is going to do 15th of April onwards. The problem is what is India going to do 15th of May onwards? Because after 1 month, when there are no stocks, what are we going to do? You're going to say, yes, we have adequate stock of food, we have got adequate stock of all essential commodities, wonderful, no problem there. Maybe for another 1 year, we may not have a problem about all this. But let us look at other things. Things that are non-essential, but life has to go on. What about all those? Now you will say that your supplier is ready to supply. Correct. Where is the transport available? You're going to say, no, the bus owners are willing to do it. Are the bus drivers willing to do it? Then, in the past 20 or in the 21 days of the lockdown, all the bus drivers and the cleaners have gone away to their native place. How are you going to bring them back? You will somehow manage? Wonderful. What is going to be the state of the lorries, the trucks and the lorries, which have been parked on the wayside for days together? Do you think they'll still remain in the same place? First question. Will somebody have stolen them? That's another question. Well, if not that, has somebody stolen parts in the trucks? Which means the trucks will need spares to start. How will the spares come to them when there is nobody who can transport the spares to them? Do you see the problem? The problem is not whether we'll be able to eat or not. We will be able to eat, no problems. The problem is, will we be able to do business at all? Very difficult question to answer. Something very extraordinary has to happen if we have to get this kind of economy working again. My friends, India spends 19 lakh crores per month on domestic purchases alone. 19 lakh crores. In this 1 month, in March and maybe half of April, I don't think we'll spend more than 1.9 lakh crores. 90% down. What is it going to do to the economy? Because no economy can survive unless people spend. It is a cycle. You have to spend, somebody has to earn, somebody then has to spend, and then he has to earn, and so on and so on and so on. Now, when no selling is happening, how can earning happen? And if no earning is happening, how can this country move forward? Big questions. I'm sure the Prime Minister and his colleagues must be having sleepless nights wondering what to do next. The United States came up with trillions of dollars of an economic package to be given to overcome this crisis. Our government does not even have 1% of the kind of boosting package that Donald Trump has given to the United States. But our economy is just as big. In fact, our economy is bigger. The number of people we have to service is 4 times that of the United States. Do you see the problem? It's a huge, huge disaster. Well, what is going for us? What is going for us is the tremendous amount of service that a lot of unsung heroes are giving us. The Mali who comes to your house, waters the plant, and goes away. You don't even know when he is coming, you don't even know when he is gone, because he comes early in the morning to avoid police patrols. He comes, he does his job and goes away. The vegetable seller who continues to give you stuff, the small kirana provision store who continues to be open, those small restaurants which are not allowed to sell anything there but pack it and give it to you when you want. These are all people, the small people, the very small people, the people whose life depends on daily wages, the people whose life depends on daily earnings. These are the people who are keeping this economy alive. All the big fellows have closed. All the big malls are closed. All the biggest retailers have no option but to close. Who is keeping this economy alive? The very small man. Ladies and gentlemen, before we even go further, I think we should pay tribute to these very small people. They are the ones who are not only making life easy for you and for me, but are playing a major role in making sure that somehow all of us keep limping back. So, where do we stand? After 14th, what is the arena going to be? Right now, just like the visual that I have, everything is empty. There are no, there are just four groundsmen maybe doing something with the ground, like our doctors taking care of all the uh, people who are ill. The arena is all set. The players are missing. The umpires are missing. The spectators are missing. After the 15th, incidentally, Nandakumar, I would like to thank you so much for suggesting this topic, um, the arena after Corona. Not only is it a catchy phrase, but I think it aptly describes the situation that is going to be there after the 15th of April. Thank you, Nandakumar. Yeah, to go back. So everything is now set, but in a sense, we are not set. After the 15th of April, there's going to be a big surge in terms of travel, only for some time. After that, there is going to be a slump. Why? Because a lot of us have discovered that it is no longer necessary to go and visit Delhi just for a meeting. You can still do it on Zoom or on Skype. A lot of us have discovered that life as we knew it has gone and it has been replaced by something else. We have all learned a big lesson these few days and will continue to learn it till the 15th when the lockdown gets over. What have we learned? It's still okay to talk to friends. It's still okay to do a little bit of research. It's still okay to spend time with yourself and your family. We are discovering things that we never did all these years. Somebody told me that there was a news report that you could see the Burj Khalifa in Dubai from Delhi, which could never have happened. You could see the Himalayas from Lucknow, again, which couldn't have happened because of the pollution. Well, these are the, what shall I say, the boons of nature having taken a break. Nature took a break and she all made us take a break. A lot of things have improved just because we gave nature that breathing time. But once again, you and I in business are wondering, what is it that we are going to do after the 15th? I have a few things in a 40-minute presentation. You'll appreciate that it is very difficult to encompass the entire gamut of what this country is going to go through in the next year or two. Let me only tell you this before I start with a few other things, that I expect, I expect all of us to be somewhere near what we were in March, only around September or October. Until then, we will be firefighting. It's only in October that this economy will start moving again, provided we stop the lockdown in April. If we don't, well, the economy will push further. But the problem here is that for every day that there is a lockdown, we are losing a week as far as the economy is concerned. So it'll take us that much longer if we continue to be locked out. Let's hope that Corona decides to leave India, and let's hope that our country decides that the lockdown is no longer necessary as soon as possible. But what is going to happen post coronavirus? These were the kind of scenes that we have witnessed everywhere, whether it is a bus stand, a mall, or an airport. Today, we don't see them. Today, the entire area is deserted. Even if there are a few shops open, you don't see anybody. India has learned to live without a lot of things. Unfortunately, those are the things that we deal in. Those are the ones that keep us alive. Those are the ones that make sure that we keep on getting richer and richer. And those are the things that India has learned to live without. We only hope that, at least in a very left-handed way, that India comes back to where it was in December or in January. You must appreciate that even before that, this country was not doing well. 2 years, we have had a slow meltdown. Things have not gone the way they have. A lot of reasons, well, I will not go into them, but a lot of reasons contributed. So as it is, we were not doing all too well. After this 21 days, well, it'll take us at least another 6 months to recover. What is going to be in store for many of us as we go on? The virtual economy. The world has learned to live without human contact. The world has learned to live that business can be carried on without people meeting one another, that shipping can be made and deliveries can be made even without one-on-one interactions. The virtual economy is going to take off like mad. Even after coronavirus, I'm sure there'll be some other virus that comes. There'll be some other pandemic that happens to this world, because human beings are human beings and will continue to pollute this atmosphere. But even if that happens, what is going to take precedence is the virtual economy, where almost everything will be available on the net for all of us. We've already tasted this. In the past 10 years, e-commerce in our country has grown by leaps and by bounds. But now it'll move further. For example, you might be having air conditioners in the future that can be remotely repaired. Yeah, that can be remotely repaired. Just like today, you have an internet connection. When something goes wrong with it, it is very rare that somebody has to come to your house to repair it. 9 times out of 10, it gets repaired remotely. A lot of such innovations are going to happen where human interaction becomes really unnecessary. Many of you who have not even got into e-commerce, this is the time to start building your websites and start making a presence felt there. Make sure that the amount of money that you spend on advertising goes into popularizing your website much more than what you would spend on an ordinary newspaper. It is not just e-commerce. It is the way e-commerce is going to work. Today, you're going to have a situation, maybe in the very near future, where you and your family decide to go to a mall. Well, all of you are just going to sit in front of maybe your 100-inch TV, and you're going to decide that you're going to, let's say, the Forum Mall in Bangalore. Incidentally, you can go to any mall in the world if you're sitting in front of the TV. Now, let's say you decide that you're going to go to the Forum Mall in Bangalore. So you visit the first shop. It's called West Side on your left. And you're going around. And when you go around, there is at every counter a salesman who's showing you whatever is the latest in his section. Now you decide that you want to buy this particular shirt that he's showing. So what do? You click on the shirt, and then there are a question. There are a couple of questions that are asked of you. What is your size? What is the shape of your nose? And what is the color of your skin? And you given all this, and then there's going to be one more, if at all. There might be a question that can we have a photograph of yours? Ideally, the photograph will already have been stored with the digital mall. And the moment you log in, your photograph is already available to them. All right, so what happens? This assistant has shown you a shirt, and you like the shirt, you know the size. Now somebody in the next screen will be seen wearing the same shirt that you have chosen, a model. He will be wearing the same shirt. He will look more or less like you. And when he looks more or less like you, his shape is the same. For you to decide whether you want the shirt or not is just one click. You decide and you take shirt, you buy the shirt, and then you move on. You go to a place called Crossword, which is a bookshop, and you decide you want to read a book. So you click on the book you want to read, and the book is on your screen, and you read the book. You decide you don't want to buy the book, you just leave it, and then you walk into the transit area. The transit area is a food court. Now let's say you decide that you want to eat something. Let's say you want to eat a chicken, okay, a chicken leg. And so you order for a chicken leg, and you are there in front of your TV. You order for a chicken leg, in about 15 minutes, a chicken leg is already with you. You decide you want to go to a mall, or rather you want to go to a movie in the mall, you choose the movie, and you're there inside the movie. All in one single experience. This is going to be what shopping is going to be all about in a very few months from now, forget years. Another very, very interesting development that is going to see the light of the day very soon for all of us, ladies and gentlemen, is virtual friends. Virtual friends are not real friends like you have in Facebook, like you have in Facebook. These are friends who are created. Yeah, who are created. So you log in. Who is your ideal friend? Somebody who's able to speak politics. Somebody is from the other sex. You want somebody to have the same taste of food that you have. Somebody who's going to like the same kind of movies, the same kind of stars, the same kind of sports. And you click in all these details, and in your screen, you will have a friend. Now, this is a friend who is a robo, okay? Like Alexa, okay? Like Siri, like Alexa, but of course, far more powerful than them. So this is a friend who's going to discuss politics with you, who's going to discuss the way your friends act, the way your relatives act. You will be able to talk to this friend as if he is your long lost friend, but he is only going to be a figment of your imagination. Yeah, yes, it's happening. a lot of money is going to be spent on wellness. Uh, we have all become used to a situation where we are not doing the kind of physical work that many people are doing. We are not exercising physically at all, which means that our body is losing the kind of shape it should have. Our muscles are getting atrophied, and this means that we all need to regenerate. We're going to spend a lot of money here. Those people who are in wellness, who run beauty salons, gyms, fitness centers, you will need to reinvent your entire business model. Yesterday, my daughter, she's incidentally a Zumba dancer, and she teaches Zumba to kids. Her center went out of circulation, went out of business 10 days back. And yesterday they decided that they would welcome all their students again. How did they do it? They did it on Zoom. Yeah. And yesterday she taught young kids for 1 hour on the Zoom. They were doing it in front of their laptops, and she was doing it in front of her laptop. So in the very soon of tomorrow, those people who want to take care of their bodies will do it at home, not in a gym. You might say, sir, unless we pay money, that motivation is not there. Unless we see other people doing what we are doing, we don't feel motivated. True enough. So on your screen, you will find people all around you doing what you're doing. So it's no longer going to be you sitting there alone practicing uh, your exercises. Very soon, very soon. We are all going to be under tremendous pressure because human interactions will become less, and we will get stuck in front of a screen almost all the time. This is not what human beings were built for. Human beings were built to socialize because a man is a social animal by guts, by DNA. Unless he has people around him, he is not happy. And therefore, there are going to be a lot of mental breakdowns. People who are counselors, people who take care of other people, uh, people like my learned friend Bala Deepak from Salem, who has devoted his career to taking care of people around him. These are the people who are going to be tremendously in demand. They are the ones who are going to bring all kinds of succor, which medicines can't give. They're going to counsel people. They're going to take care of the mental health of people. Artificial intelligence is nothing new to all of us. Artificial intelligence has been around for at least, I don't know, 70 years, 75 years. If you remember your calculator, you don't even know when it was invented, but that was one of the earliest examples of what artificial intelligence could do. Today, a lot of things happen without human touch. Amazon gives you a fantastic catalog. Amazon gives you a range of products. When you choose one product, they give you at least 20 more at the bottom of the page to say based on your browsing history, and they give you a lot of alternatives. So you don't even have to go searching. Now, the choices are given to you through artificial intelligence. Beginning from there, when you choose whatever you want to, and you make your payment, artificial intelligence comes in. When deliveries are made to you, AI is there. The more glamorous part of artificial intelligence is the fact that we are going to very soon have driverless cars even in E-road. Oh yeah, you're going to say in our traffic? Yes, even in E-road's traffic, they're going to be artificially driven cars. Those days are not too far away. A lot of other things are going to happen. In Bangalore, right now, there is a restaurant which already employs a robo to take care of your orders and to give you what you want at your table. Amazon has started a system about almost more than a year back when they employed drones to take care of deliveries. Exciting days ahead for us because artificial intelligence can do a lot of things which we used to take a lot of time thinking about. But it comes again with its own, what shall I say, price. Because artificial intelligence will rob us of our curiosity. It will rob us of um, exercising our own brain power. It will rob us of doing complex analytics because everything will then be available at the click of a button. And when this happens, we will stop exercising our brain as much as we do. If we do that, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of new innovations will not happen at all. So AI has a lot of pluses. It does have a lot of minuses too. Today, I chose to speak to you a little less. And I thought I would give a little more time to the questions that you might want to ask. The future is not as certain as it seemed to be just 1 month back. If you recall, all of us were busy making our targets for the next year. All of us were busy saying that the last few months, last few weeks, or last few days of March, we will complete our target for the last financial year. For all of us, that didn't happen. For all of us, that is a baggage that we are going to carry forward to this financial year. All I can say is the future, and I'm really very bullish about this, the future is very, very bright. You're going to ask me why and how. Okay, first of all, we have the world's second largest market, 130 crore people, out of which at least 65 to 70 crore people are going to be big spenders in the years to come. This is more than the population of the United States, the entire population of the United States. So, first of all, we are going to be the world's second largest market. The second is the fact that our neighbor, China, undoubtedly the #1 market in the world, is now facing a lot of criticism. We don't know, nobody really knows who started or what started coronavirus. But the fact that a lot of fingers are being pointed at China is an advantage for India, because after China, the world's biggest manufacturing potential lies here in India. Not only are we the world's biggest market, we can also be the world's largest manufacturing base. We were somewhere at 180 out of 279 countries at that point of time in automobile manufacture. We are already the fourth largest manufacturer. So there is tremendous amount of potential available to us. And the biggest advantage of doing business with India is that we have a legal framework. We can be sued, we can be held responsible, we can be held accountable for everything. And the whole world likes us just because we are able to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, the future is definitely bright. Yes, we all need to go through occasional periods of darkness in order to appreciate the brightness. And that is what we're going through. But yes, the future is bright, and the future is going to leave all of us happier and much more prosperous. JIB, all of you, thank you very much for this opportunity. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramesh sir, for your, as usual, the session was mind-blogging. ஒரு ஏபிளுடைய ஓப்பனிங் செஷன் வந்து கர்டன் ரேசர் பார்த்த மாதிரி இருக்கு சார். இட் வாஸ் அ ஃபேண்டாஸ்டிக் செஷன் ரியலி. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் சார். நவ் ஐ திங்க் இட் வில் பி a பிக் சேலஞ்ச், பட் ஐ எம் நான் வந்து அது எல்லாத்தையும் அன்மியூட் பண்ணுறேன். தயவு செஞ்சு உங்களுடைய ஸ்க்ரீனை வந்து நீங்கள் மியூட் பண்ணிங்க. ஏதாச்சும் ரமேஷ் சார்ட்ட கேட்கணுன்னு இருந்தா நீங்க இப்ப கேட்கலாம். உங்க ஸ்கிரீனை எல்லாரும் மியூட் பண்ணுங்க. கேட்கலாம்.
People who can ask questions. Your mic's muted, please, all of you. Give you the name, you can then.
சாரி, எல்லாத்தையும் நான் மியூட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். நீங்க உங்க ஸ்கிரீனோட லெஃப்ட் சைட்ல வந்து அன்மியூட் பட்டன் இருக்குது. அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு நீங்க ஏதாச்சும் கேள்வி கேட்கறனா கேட்கலாம்.
ரமேஷ் விவேக்.
Okay. Yeah. Karthik Narayan, can you tell me what your question is? Karthik? Okay, while Karthik is thinking, Vivek?
Yeah, Ramesh, what are the changes we can expect from customers' behavior? One. The second question is, the future is bright, you told. What are the trades have the bright future? What are the futures? What are the trades having problem in future?
All right. What was the first part of your question, Vivek?
Yeah, customer behaviors. What we can expect.
Excellent. Okay. The customer is going to be more demanding because the customer is now going to be a bigger king than he was before. He is going to bargain like crazy about prices. And his need for value addition will be much more. Now, the customer of tomorrow is not going to come to you for buying a product. He is going to come to you seeking solutions for a problem that he's got. Any business that can provide solutions, is the business that can really move forward. What will move, what will not move in the short run, travel is going to face a lot of problems. Okay, most other businesses will do well.
Thank you, Ramesh.
Baladeepak, yes, I see you.
Good morning.
Yeah, Baladeepak, go ahead.
Hope you are doing well. Thanks for the honorable mention.
Go ahead. What's your question?
Yeah. People find three things very difficult. First, how should their finances be planned, or what should be their immediate deployment of money? Where should their immediate deployment of money? Most of the people, small and medium entrepreneurs, like this program is, like the participants of this program, நான் என்னுடைய காசை எந்த இடத்துல செலவு பண்ணணும், எந்த இடத்துல செலவு பண்ணாம கையில வச்சுக்கணும் is the biggest question.
Okay, frankly, at this point of time, the situation is very hazy. It is unclear. But I know this, that the small and medium entrepreneur is going to face very difficult times. Why? Because many of us do not have the kind of documentation that a bank wants. We are at the mercy of private financiers who, at this point of time, however good they might be, are themselves going to be under pressure because a lot of people will be asking money in the short run. So today, anybody who's got cash is the guy who's the king. Cash is king once again. Radhakrishnan, please go ahead.
Sir, good
Well,
morning, sir.
Radhakrishnan is thinking, Arul Balaji, please go ahead.
Sir, good morning, sir. What would be the scenario of travel industry, sir? Tourism industry.
Tourism industry is going to take a beating, ma'am. It is going to be very tough to get people to go out of this country at least for the next 6 months. For the next 6 months, all you need to do is look at new packages that you might be able to offer, regenerate yourself, train your staff, think of innovative packages, because travel as we knew of it is now gone. People will not want to travel unless there's something very exciting that's happening. Even things like destination weddings are going to take a beating. People simply will not want to go abroad. Arul, are you ready now? Arul Balaji, are you ready?
Can I ask a question?
Please, Arul, please go ahead. Bala, please go ahead. Arul is a little, I don't know, he's not able to.
I found two interesting things over here.
Sorry?
This is Baladeepak once again. I found two interesting
Deepak, 1 minute. Hang on. I want to give an opportunity to somebody else. Yeah,
Good morning, sir. This is Bala on the line.
Arul, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. This is Bala on the line, sir. Can I ask you?
Solunga.
ஓகே சார் இப்போ வந்து கஸ்டமர்ஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இப்போ நம்ம வந்து ஏ கஸ்டமர் பி கஸ்டமர் சி கஸ்டமர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நம்ம லெவல் வச்சுருக்கோம் சார். இப்போ வந்து பிஎன்சி லோவர் மிடில் கிளாஸ் அண்ட் லோவர் கிளாஸ் பீப்புள்ஸ்க்கு நம்ம சேவ் பண்ணுறோம் சில ப்ராடக்ட்ஸு. அப்புறம் வந்து ஏ கிளாஸ் கஸ்டமருக்கு நம்ம வந்து சில ப்ராடக்ட் சேவ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். இப்போ வந்து பிஎன்சி வந்து கொஞ்சம் வந்து நல்லா ஒஸ்ட் அஃபெக்டடு. இப்போ வந்து அது வந்து இப்போ ஏ கிளாஸ் ஆர் அப்பர் மிடில் கிளாஸ் அந்த மாதிரி பீப்புள்ஸ் வந்து அவங்களோட எக்ஸ்பெண்டிச்சர் வந்து இருக்குமா, இல்ல அவங்களோட இதுவும் வந்து இதாகிறதுக்கு பாசிபிள் இருக்குன்னா they will have enough money in hand, upper class people. So their spending will also psychologically will go down, or overall their spending will be like that.
Excellent question. See, in the short run, luxury buying is not going to happen.
Okay.
Luxury buying is not going to happen. Comfort buying will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Essential buying will definitely happen, but otherwise people are going to look only at comforts. Now, for example, people will definitely buy, just to give you a very silly example, people will buy a Maruti Suzuki even if they can afford a BMW, because people will now think, even if I have a BMW, where am I going to use it? Okay, so thinking has radically changed in the past 15 days.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Balaji.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning. Who's this?
Sir, I'm Rajesh, sir.
Go ahead, Rajesh.
Sir, actually, one doubt, sir.
I request everyone to mute your mic, please.
So only one doubt, sir.
Rajesh.
Sir,
ராஜேஷ்
after
ஹோல்ட் பண்ணுங்க. ராஜேஷ் ஒரு நிமிஷம் ஹோல்ட் பண்ணுங்க. நான் மறுபடியும் ஒரு எல்லாத்தையும் அன்மியூட் பண்ணிடுறேன். எஸ் ராஜேஷ், மறுபடியும் நீங்க உங்க மைக்கை அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு பேசுங்க.
sir, good morning, sir.
1 minute, Rajesh. 1 minute.
Sir,
I can see you all on my screen, so you don't have to even unmute your mic. Raise your hand, and I will ask you to speak. All right? Yeah. Hold on.
hello, sir.
Yeah, Rajesh, go ahead.
Sir, so what is the next step for our business, sir? What is the next step for the business after this situation? After this situation,
you have to prepare yourself to give more service to your customer. In terms of, I mean, if you're in the retail sector, you may want to switch on to make sure that the customer is more comfortable when he comes to you. If you're in a B2B business, you have to somehow make sure that your customer has more of a comfort level dealing with you. Chidambaram, please go ahead. Chidambaram, yes, go ahead. Please unmute your mic, Chidambaram.
Nice to hear you after a long time. I just joined late. I want a great presentation towards the last end also. One question is, every businessman would like to cut down on cost. What would be where should he cut down drastically? Where he should continue on? And what would be the future expenses which we have not done so far? I want your suggestion.
Yesterday there was a brilliant presentation from Dilip Jain on how a lot of things that you employed humans to do, you can now employ your computer to do. So catch this particular presentation on YouTube. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow it will get uploaded. The future is in automation. Those of you who are dependent on labor, you can bring down the number of people whom you employ. That's your first cost reduction. You cannot cut costs as far as quality is concerned. On the contrary, you will need to spend much more on that because today the customer more than ever is conscious of quality. Okay. I have no, I don't see any hand that is raised. Anyone who wants to ask a question, please raise your hand the way I'm raising it so that I can see you on the screen.
Hello. Sir, can...
This one says the signature.
Sir, very good morning. Vivek here from Erode, sir. I'm just wanted to ask one question. Is just like this after this 15 that we're talking, the fixed cost is not going to get varied. Is it a good chance to increase our selling price to just compensate, or you just go by a normal price with our products, sir? I mean, unfitness. So, how to survive the backlogs?
See, this is a very personal question, and it is something that depends on our own outlook of life. But if you were to ask me, I would not increase prices because whatever profit I want to make, I've already featured or figured in when my price is there. And if I do not raise prices, I am driving a very powerful message to my customer that I really care for him. In the short run, maybe I will not earn as much money as the other people around me. But in the long run, I'm gaining the confidence of my customer, and I think that is much more important than the short-term gain.
I have a question.
Thank you, sir.
So I have a question.
Ma'am, would you raise your hand? Oh, yes, there you are. Shubha.
Yeah. This is Shubha from Flavors Erode. I think the whole period of lockdown has made us realize the value of living. So will there be a customer culture or behavior shift change based on value of living products which make best experiences of togetherness? Is that possible? Are we looking at that behavior now?
Human beings are human beings. We will never learn. Okay, we've gone through this bad time, fine, but very soon we'll come back to where we were. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be any sense in looking at the customer the way he was this past 15 days or 21 days. No, another 6 months down the line, we'll be where we were.
Another question is with international, we are looking at foreign investment. So there will be a lot of multicultural competition.
Isn't it already there? It is already here. For any kind of foreign direct investment that you're looking at, the whole world is open to the gentleman who wants to do it. But today, especially today, India has a certain advantage. Why does it have an advantage? Because we have shown ourselves as a disciplined nation. The number of cases that we have in this country are the lowest compared to the population and the size of this country. The whole world is looking at us because of the discipline with which we have been doing things. Can you imagine 130 130 crore people simply switching off their lights because one man asked them to do it? Can you look at the situation of so many people clapping and celebrating people just because the leader wanted to do it? For once in the history of India, we are disciplined. And if we keep this discipline, Shubha and my friends, we will easily be the #1 country of the world.
Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Hello, sir.
Kaliappan, please go ahead. Kaliappan, Elangovan, I think. Yeah. All right.
Hello, sir. Sorry,
Engineer
Rajan.
Sendil, Engineer Sendil, please go ahead. Yeah, Engineer Sendil, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Sendil, go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
இப்போ அடுத்து இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா எந்த பிசினஸ்ல பண்ணலாம் சார்?
Frank, எனக்கு கேட்டீங்களா?
இப்போ ஹலோ
Frank சொல்றேன், எனக்கு தெரியாது.
Hello.
Yeah. Sendil, I'm answering your question.
I have a
you said,
hello.
Please hold on. I have to answer this question. No. Thank you. Today, if you ask me what should I invest my money in, frankly, I will not be able to give you any advice. Let us wait. Let us wait for the markets to stabilize, and then yes, maybe we will have answers.
Sir, share market.
Gauri Rajan, please go ahead.
Very good morning, sir. Actually, we are into the basic, the small and medium business, sir. Some 15 plus employees with that. My question is that how we are managing employee relationship in this post time. We are not able to make the money out of the business. Whether we need to pay it continuously, or since we don't have the deadline also when it will be all right like that. So I need more support. This clarification from your side. Thank you.
All right. Forget everything else. We are all human beings. Okay. And there have been times in our lives when we were also in trouble. Today, the small man is in trouble. He's in trouble because he has no money. So, as one human being to another, I think at least for March, you'll have to please stay quiet. Otherwise, I can't concentrate.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, let me complete answering this. Hang on. Yes, what I'm saying is that as one human being to another, you will need to pay your staff at least for March. But when you pay them for March, please tell them that in April they cannot expect full salary. Okay, and tell them that to the extent possible, out of the money that you have, out of the savings that you have, you try and see what is the best you can do. No, you cannot deny them their salary. But yes, they will also understand if you give them a little less. Okay,
thank you, sir. Thank you.
We have...
Hello.
Shankar, please go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Audible? Sir, since I'm into dealing with the Tally ERP9 software and other retail billing software, so as per the current scenario, how will be the future for kind of my business?
The future is going to be very bright.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will be looking at solutions, and you are in the solutions providing business.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Tally has already been very, very progressive. A lot of issues that can be resolved are done remotely by Tally. Now, you will also want to look at this opportunity of bringing in much more. Again, please watch Dilip Jain's session yesterday.
Yes, sir.
It might give you some ideas on what kind of software you should be selling in the days to come.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
My goodness, Ramji, what a pleasure. Go ahead.
Sir, I have a question. Today, when the world was going towards lean management system, lean inventory and all that. In the context of COVID, I think that is no longer possible. Now people have started stocking and the working capital has got blocked. In fact, as early as February, I had people who have started stocking for at least 3 to 4 months. Now, in this context, the entire business, the whole thing is changing. Now, what would be the, whether that would be a more, whether it be a permanent thing or whether there could be some further changes in the whole strategy.
Ramji,
After,
any
good to see you
economist
after
will
a
be
long
able
time.
to any economist will be able to tell you that there cannot be stagnation. So if people have stocked for the next 3 or 4 months, now if the situation becomes normal, those stocks are going to slowly come into the market, okay, or they're going to get consumed. But at the end of it all, the larger question is, when will we go back to normal? When will India become prosperous again?
Correct.
At least April 2021, at least. Okay.
Oh.
Until then, we are only firefighting.
That long.
Only after that we can look at any kind of progress. So today, all our wonderful management theories will have to go to the dogs. We'll simply have to survive. That's all.
Correct. Thank you, Ramesh.
Right.
Good to see you.
Last 3 questions, please.
Hello, Ramesh.
I request the participants. Last 3
Ananda Krishnan, yes, Ananda Krishnan.
Yeah, good morning, Ramesh sir. Thanks for the wonderful session. And my question is, most of the manufacturing industry depends upon the other station workers. Do you think after this lockdown, whether they will come back? Suppose if they are not coming now, how to manage the situation? Either with lesser production with higher price, or some other solutions I want from you.
Very good question.
In the first place, why did they come to you? They came to you because they didn't have enough money to earn in their own place. Now they've gone back only because they fear for their lives. Once the fear of life goes away, then obviously they have to start earning, and they have to come back to you. They will. If you have treated them well in the past, there's no reason why they should not come back to you.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, Syed Yusuf, go ahead. Well, while he makes up his mind, Basha, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful session. Sir, I have 2 questions.
Yes.
I am running a mobile shop, retail mobile shop, and the government has increased the GST from 12% to 18% from 1st April.
Yes.
So, obviously, the mobile rates are going high. I don't know how the future mobile business, one. And the second question is, I'm also doing a insurance field, like Star Health and vehicle insurance. So how this field will be in future after this lockdown period?
Okay. This Tamil Nadu specialty, run.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First business, mobile, whatever the price mobiles will sell, don't worry. Okay. Your market will keep on going up. So there's no problem there. Okay. Second one, insurance. Recent events have shown that insurance is going to become more of a necessity than ever. Now, if I were in your place, I would be very, very aggressive about selling medical insurance, family insurance, okay, key man insurance, term insurance.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
The last question.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, the last question. I don't know. I don't see any raised hands at all.
Sir, there are a lot of people who have raised their hands.
This is Balamurali again, sir. Can I ask you?
All right, you have the privilege.
Thank you, sir. Sir, what about the lockdown further continues possible, sir, and Indian scenario and global scenario, one, sir, and any view on investing model on share market, sir, because business is dull. So, any idea? If can you please share, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I will answer the first question because otherwise it's two questions and Balu is going to kill me if I answer two questions. So the first question is, when will the lockdown get lifted? Progressively, from district to district and from district to district, I anticipate that by the 15th of April, out of the 275, 300 districts in this country, about 50, 60 will get opened. And then progressively, day after day after that, all districts will start opening. What will open first? Those districts where there has been absolutely no complaint or no report of anybody having coronavirus. Then those districts which are least affected, and then those districts which are the most affected. So places like Erode, Bangalore, well, there's a long time before the lockdown lifts. But the smaller places, yes, it will get lifted very soon. Balu, thank you once again for this wonderful opportunity. It's back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Ramesh sir. As usual, your session was something great. It's a great opening for eye-opening for our businessman about what will be next immediately after 10 days. Now I request Zone Director Business, Loganathan, to propose the formal vote of thanks.
Very good morning to all of our present here. This is JC Loganathan, Zone Director Business of Zone 17. I really want to thank our trainer, National Past National President, sir. Started with the opening screen of the stadium with no people around the current scenario. After and before, people of tomorrow, business opportunities and virtual friends will be created. Artificial intelligence has to be practiced, and answered all the questions of participants very politely and gently. I thank our host, JC PNP Balavilam said, thank you so much for organizing this event for our JIBs and JCs of Zone 17. And I really thank our chairman, JIB chairman Nandakumar sir, for his presence. And AVP sir, Kalyan Kumar sir, thank you so much for your wonderful presence. And I really thank our ZP sir, Madhivanan sir, for practicing me to organizing this event. Lots of learning has been happening through this program online since we have this corona has been infected, but we have been seeing the visual of arena, what is happening tomorrow, what will be the future, and we have got a clear idea of this session. I really thank each and every participant who have done a very good attended with complete concentration of this speech. And thank you so much, sir. I really thank our ZP again once again, and Shyam Kamin, who has given a promotion design for this, and he has worked together, and we have coordinated with each and every member of this Zone 17. Thank you so much for your wonderful participation and your timing, sir, at this on very good occasion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Loganathan, and thank you, everyone. We will request everyone to join tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, same time, to have another interesting session from one more interesting person who is going to share the day. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you, Ramesh sir, and thank you.